Adventurers, I am here in the Huron Mountains, and we're going to be going to Mount Arvon, the highest point in Michigan. Let's do it. Alright, so Mount Arvon is another high point that's there's not really any hike to it. We can drive up to it. Hopefully, anyway. But there are a lot of other good things to see. So we're going to check out those as well and kind of bundle them all up together in this video. And we're going to start here with Quartzite Falls. Here we are, just like maybe 1/10 of a mile upstream from Quartzite Falls. I believe this is Slate Falls. Very nice. Look at the line of quartz in the rock. Caused by the rock either cracking or softer layers being eroded away and then replaced by quartz. Alright. It's kind of a dark, gloomy day today. It's about 65 degrees, but it's been raining all day and all night. And there is the top of Quartzite Falls. Okay, adventurers, I drove up. It's kind of an adventure getting here. I tried to follow Google Maps, but it took me down a road that was a logging road. I probably shouldn't have even driven down it, but I tried. And I got to a point where I thought I was stuck, but I was able to turn around and get back. It's kind of weird. I drove down this like mudslide thing, and I didn't think I would be able to get back up, but I did, so that was good. I drove around, and I went the way. By the way, when you drive into Lance, Michigan, I think that's how you pronounce it. There's an information place right as you're driving into town. I recommend stopping there if you plan to come here, and they'll give you all the information you need. It was really nice. It was great. They gave me more information than I needed, but anyway, I drove up that finally got up that road with their information, and here we are at the high point of Michigan. This is the viewpoint, and then we'll go to the actual high point in a second. Check this out. Pure Michigan, as they say. Let's go to the high point. By the way, as I'm walking over there, this is my Sea to Summit Ultrasil Nano poncho tarp. It's buttons down the sides and will become a square, and you can use it as a tarp. light. I think it weighs like 8 ounces. Oh yeah, keeps you dry. Ladies and gentlemen, Highpoint in Michigan, Mount Arvon. We have the classic Highpointers Foundation bench. Like an old registry, I'm assuming. Awesome. I will make sure I sign that before I go. And here is the Geological Survey done in 1979. And again in 1982. 1,979 feet above sea level. I got a barbecue pit, bonfire pit, or is that well, I guess it's a beer can pit. Weird. I've got a moment. Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in an attractive, well-preserved body, but rather to skid in sideways, body thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and screaming, "Woohoo! What a ride!" Not a bad motto. All right. And got one more thing over here. Memory of Scott's Highpoint. His last hunt. A true nympholist? I don't know what a nympholist is. Let me know in the comments if you know what a nympholist is. Oh, a lot of people here leaving memories. We got James G. Schultz flowers. A lot of people loved this place. Alright, let's sign this registry. Alright, sign the registry. That's it. Highpoint number 8. Woohoo! Alright, let's go check out some other stuff. Alright, adventurers, here we are at our next location. But first, I have a redaction to make. Those first falls that we stopped at, the big one was called Black Slate Falls, and the smaller one with that white line going across with the quartz is called Quartzite Falls. So I got it completely backwards. Anyway, here we are at Big Eric's Falls. I'm at the very top, and it's a little bit of a cascade down over here, and we'll go check that out. Wow, really gross. Kind of have to go under the bridge. It's a 1-lane bridge here for under this road. Someone pooped under the bridge. Unacceptable. Especially when there's a campground with a public bathroom like 200 yards away. Especially right next to a water source. That is why we have to filter our water, people. Alright, so there's Big Eric's Falls. There is a Little Eric's Falls. Or it might just be Eric Falls. I don't know. But it's upstream quite a ways, and some series of dirt roads and stuff to take to get there. I don't have time for that. But we do have some more sites coming up. Quite a few more. So stick around, let's go. Next stop, Silver Creek Falls. Look at this area up to leading up to the waterfalls here. Gorgeous. A beautiful misty creek here, or river. I'm not even sure which river this is. Silver Creek, Silver River. The nice smoothed out rocks here. Beautiful. Just stopped raining. So I'm kind of excited to be out here in the not raining outside. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's get down there. We still got more to come. I think our next stop is another waterfall, and then we have a construction. Let's go. We have another waterfall to add to the list. I didn't have this one planned, but I found it on the way. Here is Powerhouse Falls. Now I'm assuming at one point there was a dam here, because there's a big powerhouse here. I'm assuming that this dam, there's a dam here that produced power. But they probably demolished the dam and left the house here. So here's Powerhouse Dam, or Powerhouse Falls. And there's some kind of structure right here. I don't know what that was for, but I'm sure it's for the power plant. There's another piece here. This is amazing. Again, I didn't even plan this stop. This was on, I stopped at the information booth and they gave me a map and it had all these little pinpoints. And most of these spots, Big Eric's Falls was not planned, and this one was not planned either. Both of them pretty decent. This cascade goes on all the way up. There's a trail that walks up the side, and there's cascades just non-stop going up the river. It's pretty awesome. Great place to come. It's right inside, pretty much right inside the city of Lance, Michigan. This is emptying into Lake Superior. Just, you know, maybe a half a mile upstream. Or downstream, rather. Yeah. We still have another waterfall to go. I think this one's going to be pretty spectacular as well. Yeah, all these stops are pretty awesome. Having a good time out here in Pure, Michigan. Alright, we're on our next location. It's just a short hike down there. I didn't realize this, but the North Country Trail, which is an extremely long trail on the North Country, cuts through here. So, I didn't know that. We've reached our final destination here is Canyon Falls. Alright, this is by far the biggest and best falls I've seen so far. Good thing, because it's the last one. The next thing we're going to see is something that people have constructed. Let's check it out. So, Michigan, Upper Michigan, has a big mining history. So back in the very early 1800s, I think it was like 1820s or something, before Michigan was even a state, they were trying to build a railroad to get minerals out of this area. So a bunch of men worked very hard to create a path called the Rock Cut, which I did not make it to, but it is very similar to this area here. This is part of the road that I was trying to drive down, but you got cliffs. There's not really much of a cliff on this side, but they dug a tunnel through the rock so that a railroad could get through. And I got maybe halfway there and the road was just too rough. I can't handle it. I need to get some better tires or something. But yeah, that does it for me today. I am going to be heading to McCormick Wilderness for a backpacking trip. So check me out next week on Happy Trail Backpacking. Look at this view. So beautiful driving out here. Look at this.